And I think for a long time when we thought of magic, there was David Copperfield or Chris Angel, or there's this person, and that was it. That was the only idea of a magician you ever had. But now there's everything. And with shows like Fool Us, you see 100 different looking personalities, styles, types of magicians every year, and it gives people something that's relatable and familiar to look up to. And we've never had that. So I think magic's growing super quickly. And because we've seen it and been able to relate to it, connect us, and see a version of ourselves in the performer on stage for the first time ever in magic, it's cool now. And now when you tell people, like I tell someone I'm a magician now, they're like, that's the coolest thing ever. And, a decade ago, you just wouldn't have had that.
So do you think shows also like the Masked Magician and all these kind of shows where they show the how certain tricks are done, like how the lady's sawn in half and all these sort of things? Do you think that's actually helped magic as well? Because even though it gave away the secrets, it's also allowed people to kind of see behind the scenes, but also made magicians think we need to up our games. We need to come to new senses of different tricks and styles. It's kind of helped people evolve past, I want to say, parlor tricks. I don't know if that's offensive, but you know what I mean? That kind of
Yeah, no, I
the bread
I
and
understand what you're
butter.
saying. I think it had its place in time, and while it may have got more people speaking about magic, I think there are better ways to do it, and there are better shows out there now that make magic good and allow it to be good and let
Yeah.
people talk about it that way. I think it was, in the sense of a show, probably cheap, because when you do a magic trick, everyone wants to know how it's done, and you take away the value of it by just doing that right away. So I think that show is interesting to people as it gave them exactly what they wanted, but people don't actually want it. Magic is ruined. It's ugly when you know how it's done. So
Yeah.
while you may think you want it, you don't. And your job as a magician is to protect that and protect people's belief and wonder and allow them to stay there.
Because there's that clip of you levitating the table with a wee girl, and you can see that look of just
Oh, yeah.
she's her mind is blown by this amazing thing you've done, and you've probably inspired her, like Sean Farquhar did you when he pulled the marker out to sign your like the autograph. And I love that it's become that full circle that you've come back and now inspiring the
Yeah.
next generation of people, and it must blow you away to be able to do that at such a young age. But you've talked about how you is you dial your character up. It's just you as a person of what you put out there. How do you create then your act, and how do you kind of put yourself out there when you're the product, when you're the thing that people are valuing, judging? Because when it's a product that you've created, it's fine, but when it's you as a person that's getting judged, how do you eliminate that panic? Because I know you deal with nerves and you said they never go away. I'm the
Yeah.
same. 24/7,
Yep.
I'm shitting a brick. How do you deal with that when you are the product for sale? That sounded so bad.
No, it's a great question, and yeah, no, I love that. Thank you. It's an interesting thing to think about, because I love that I am myself on stage, and I love that who I am as a performer evolves with who I am as a person. I think it's great. I think it's familiar and relatable, and I just get to be me and really dive into who I am. But you're right. It's, when you have a bad show or a bad moment, or you don't get exactly the response you're wanting, it's not just they don't like this character I played on stage. Like, it's not like they didn't like my acting. I went out there as me. I cut myself open and
No.
flipped myself inside out and walked out on stage and went, this is the rawest version of me. And when that doesn't go the way that you want, it can cut and it can hurt, but you got to be able to put those things aside, and it's never as bad to the audience as it is to you. And I think when you're that vulnerable, everything kind of hits and feels worse.